Saturday morning at Southern Exposure, and you better have some gas left in the tank, because as hectic as the last 3 days have been, this is really the heart of the show. On the other side of these doors, there's a couple of thousand people having a little brunch before the big business gets to hand. They'll be handing out some awards. There's a fella named Tim Tebow in there. I think he played some football or something like that. He's gonna be the keynote speaker. They're gonna hear a speech from Tim. Everybody's gonna come flying out of this room, down these escalators to the trade show floor. They're gonna cut a ribbon, and we're gonna show you where the rubber really meets the road. This is where all of those people who grow food by the ton are gonna come face to face with all those people who buy food by the ton. This all started 67 hours ago. Some people have been here even longer than that. It is now 12:30 on Sunday afternoon. It's all been building up to this moment. This is where the rubber hits the road and the gators start to growl. Right, gators? What I'm saying. We've been checking in on this expo floor for the last couple of days and seeing it come together. Just 24 hours ago we were in here and none of these booths were even put together. It's looking pretty good right now. Here's the bad news. We only got about an hour before they cut the ribbon. 2,700 people. Actually, I just got an update. 2,800 people are here at this show. Record attendance for Southern Exposure. They're about to all come streaming through these doors. Out on these floors, you will see some of not just America's, but the world's finest fruit and vegetable companies out here showing off their very best. It's kind of like the state fair back in the day when Farmer Brown would bring his best things trying to win a blue ribbon. It's a lot more than a blue ribbon here at stake. Contracts worth thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. Now, the Amish country in Pennsylvania is big farming country and has traditionally been so for hundreds of years now. Yeah. David Lapp, Fanny Lapp, you're not a farmer, but you're as closely connected to it as you can be. Your organization is Blessings of Hope.
Correct.
Tell us what you do. Where are you based?
We're based out of Leola, Pennsylvania. We're a food bank, large volume food bank. So we're able to take semi-load volumes of product in from over 200 different sources and make that available to over 800 organizations that we served last year in the Mid-Atlantic region mainly. We're also working a lot with distribution centers where they have excess, they have stuff that gets rejected for whatever reason.
And when we say a distribution center, that could be a company, that could be a grocery store, and that truck gets to the dock, and for whatever reason, there's nothing wrong with the food, but some standard, size, shape, something was not to their standards, so they rejected that load. That
we're able to take that and then distribute it to the people that need it.
Wow. Do you have any idea how many people you're able to feed or how many meals you serve?
Last year we served about 29 million pounds of food, which is equivalent to, I think, around 24 million meals.
Now, this is the first time y'all have been to Southern Exposure.
Correct.
What do you think?
Well, I've been to trade shows before, probably nothing this big, but my partner was here last year, and then our product procurement manager was here last year and this year. So he's helping us walk through everything and making sure we're at the right place at the right time.
And your hope is to go home with more connections who will help support your network.
More connections of people that have products they need to find a home for.
Awesome.
Trucks that are coming into the area, whatever reason gets rejected, we're able to take that product and then utilize it.
Great. And Dorothy and Fanny get to come with you.
That's correct.
Awesome. We're checking back in with Westphalia Fruit. These are our new kids on the block. We've been checking in throughout the show. We started talking with your team Wednesday night.
Yep.
We knew we had a long march. Now, Raina Nelson, your leader,
Yep.
has been a huge integral part of this council forever.
Yeah.
She's been to this show. I don't know if they could actually have it without her.
Nope.
But y'all have never been. Westphalia as a company has never exhibited here.
It's been fantastic, and we've just seen such a great show. A lot of people, a lot of key customers that are here to support it. So it's been a blast for us, and being a first-time exhibitor, we're just happy to be here and excited for the future. Getting a booth here is so difficult because of the value. I mean, we have retailers from all over the country here. It's not just regionalized. You have food service guys that cover the whole country. Just the value of being here, it's incredible.
Today we're going to be showcasing Georgia sweet Vidalia onions. We'll be making a sweet Vidalia onion and corn soup. Take some chopped Vidalia onions and the corn cobs, put that in a pot with some chicken stock, some salt and pepper, some dried thyme, and some heavy cream. We're going to cook our corn cobs and onion for about 40 to 45 minutes. So while that's cooking, we're going to take some butter, sweet Vidalia onions chopped. We're going to add our fresh corn into that, season that with some salt and pepper. Once it's cooked for about 45 minutes, we're going to strain that, and then that's going to be the liquid for our soup. Bring that to a boil and cook it until the vegetables are tender. We're going to take an immersion blender. So you're going to do that until it's smooth. Here we have our Vidalia onion and sweet corn soup. Enjoy.
Vidalia onions, hand-planted, hand-picked by chefs.
280 of these trade show booths. As we go down this row, you're seeing a lot of names that have already been on our show. They're already familiar to you, but there's about 240 others here you haven't even met yet. Nature Fresh Farms. Ray, how are you?
I'm doing well.
So now you guys, you're out of Canada?
We're out of Canada.
Out of Canada.
Well, we're not only out of Canada, but out of Delta, Ohio as well.
Look at those. That looks like a work of art, Ray.
Please,
Okay.
What I tell people, before you try that, what I tell people, close your eyes and think of your garden.
It's a tomato.
Think of your garden.
Okay.
Outstanding, isn't it, eh? Outstanding.
It tastes like a real tomato.
It does. It does.
It's amazing. This place is a roar. It is a buzz. It's nonstop. Almost 3,000 people. I think the official count was 2,800.
Yeah.
You've been doing this a minute. Every time we look over here, you're talking to somebody with a red ribbon on their badge. What is the significance of that?
Retailer.
Retail. Now,
Retail.
So these are the guys and gals who
Customer.
are coming in here. They're from the grocery stores, the restaurant chains. Their job is to decide where to buy what they buy to pass on to their customers.
All here to sell more produce. And that's what they're here to do, to be sure they can procure it and to buy it and source it. And they're meeting with their vendors and their growers and their packers.
When a grocery chain is sourcing something from a farmer, they're making an investment in that, and they have to have the faith and the trust that that's the product they want in front of their customers.
You're buying the partnership and the people behind that partnership more than you are the product, so to speak. And that's what it's all about: integrity. It's all about keeping your word. It's all about reputation, and it's all about how do you go to market as a people and who you are as a people and as a company.
You know, you've got to convey honesty, trustability, reliability, credibility, reputation, and you got to do all that in about a 5-minute conversation right here in this booth.
No, you spend a lifetime building your reputation. It takes just a few seconds to lose it. The one thing I say in the produce business is your reputation walks in the door 2 weeks before you do. You know, it's good to be here. It's good to see everybody. I know everything's been limited travel for a couple of years, and it's just good to be back in person.
And they are here in force. I'm taking this with me.
Take it.
All right,
Enjoy
brother.
it.
We'll see you after a while. Charlie Eagle, Southern Specialties, headquartered in Pompano Beach, Florida. But I'm looking at most farms today and most farming companies, people who are putting food on the market, specialize in one or two or three things, but you've got, I mean, big fresh asparagus, sweet peas in a bag. That's just, you don't see these growing everywhere. Okra, what are these heirloom tomatoes over here?
Heirloom tomatoes, big, beautiful, colorful,
look at these,
flavorful.
Look at these. And they're just all, and this is what a tomato used to look like.
Those are true heritage heirloom tomatoes.
Now
these are grown from seeds have been handed down for generations.
So are these exclusive to Southern Specialties? Is this
well,
your
we're one of the few companies
one of the few who have the ability and
true heirloom
to grow this one.
We do. So we try and make sure that we have a pack size and presentation that's ideal for any user.
You're putting the specialty in Southern Specialty.
That's what we like to
and
do.
Even though it says Southern, you're actually available. Well, you've got a very wide
just
distribution
about nationwide.
Up
And
into
we
Canada,
sell.
I think.
Yeah, we're up
and
in
east of
absolutely. You
Minnesota,
can go as
Texas.
Our west is Texas.
Our west is Texas.
Minnesota. And
these are beautiful, but I also see there's something else calling my name over here, Charlie. If you'll excuse me.
go ahead.
Jay.
Hey, how are you?
Some of the prettiest apples I've ever seen. I mean, that looks like a picture of an apple.
You know, these
Is it just a plain old apple?
No, it isn't. It's actually...
What does it say? Sugar bee.
It's a sugar bee apple.
How new to the market is the sugar bee?
In this specific market, in the Florida market, we'll say Georgia, it's really new.
Now, you're promising me the best apple experience I ever had when I bite this. Right?
Yeah, I want you to try that now because I guarantee you, I'm going to have to give you a few more for later.
Oh, wow.
That's unbelievable. It's the best apple on the planet.
Amazing things about this show is there's things that you think couldn't possibly get any better. Yet year by year you come to these shows and somebody says, try this apple, it's new, you're gonna love it. And you think you've already had the best possible apple in the world. You haven't.
Farming, it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, you're just subject to so many different things, and there's a lot of unknowns and a pretty long growing season to get there. It takes a very resilient person to do what we do, to feed not only our country, but in some aspects the world. There's a tremendous amount of risk, and it takes a tremendous amount of faith in what you're doing, who you are, and particularly our Lord. You plant the seed, you can water the seed, you can tend to the crop to the best of your ability. You can do everything within your power, but at the end of the day, I mean, the Lord makes it grow. He owns the crop. Being a steward is managing someone else's property. That's what we do. We manage someone else's property, and it's the Lord's. We pray over our crops. We pray over our business. We pray over our employees. You draw strength from your faith.
Sweet potato cookies, sweet potato pound bread.
How many ways can you use a North Carolina sweet potato? North Carolina sweet potatoes are not just so good, they're so good for you. We've known that for a long time. That's why North Carolina farms 2 out of every 3 sweet potatoes grown in America. North Carolina sweet potatoes. And don't forget, it's just one word. You can look it up.
Sweet potato pie.
So I've got a squeezy superhero in my hand.
Yes, you do.
It's a stress superhero.
That's right. I've been squeezing those things all day long. Can you tell?
Stout. All right, now this is actually the Southern Exposure pin. These are kind of a collector's item.
They are a collector's item.
And I know people who have kept pins from the way some people collect Olympic pins, some people collect show pins.
That's correct.
This is a really nice one.
And this is authentic and approved by the SEPC.
Boom, license, royalty fee.
Bam.
So, all right, I can take this stuff with me?
Absolutely. Take
Okay.
as many as you want.
What else you got over here? Oh, no, okay.
Well, if you
I
really-
don't need to take my pop-up with me. I've got my own. Wait a minute. It's not. It's a capron. I got it backwards. We've been around food too much, y'all. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Are you ready?
You're not cool unless you're putting on a cape and the mask.
I'm working on it, man. You're leaving me behind. Come on.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. You ready to go fight crime?
Let's do it.
Sell produce?
Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm flying. Special effects. Budget. Get them in here. Chef Alex Caligari. Something smells really good.
Yes, it does.
What is it?
Well, today we have some fresh Florida alligator.
Whoa, wait. That's the alligator.
Yes, sir.
Swims around in the lakes.
Caught locally.
People come to Florida and say, look out for the alligator. You're cooking alligator.
Fresh caught.
You do know the show mascot here, an alligator. Not in front of my face.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the SEPC mascot is an alligator. The alligator is a vehicle for the salsa.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna taste a little bit of the salsa, just kind of raw here.
Man.
Now we know you. You're a very familiar face. I think they call you the firefighter food.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we've seen you on Food Network.
The Steve Harvey Show. I've cooked on Fox and Friends. I've been on national TV many times cooking, and now I'm at the Produce Show.
Oh my, that's a mango salsa?
Yes, sir. We have habanero. It's good.
It's beautiful. It's got a lovely bite to it. And you don't sell alligator.
We don't sell alligator. We sell mango.
You sell mango.
We sell water for all mangoes.
Water for all.
This is our label.
Water for all?
Water for all. I know it's a unique name for mango.
I thought this was a slogan, but when it says water for all, that's the brand name?
That's our brand. So we designed this label to bring awareness and to be able to give a penny back per box to water projects in Latin America, which is a project that our company is very, very passionate about for many, many years. We bring a lot of product imported from all over Latin America.
Right.
And I, at a young age, got an opportunity to build that aqueduct project in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And we decided to figure a way to give a little bit back. So every box gives a penny back. We just presented a check for $32,000 from 3.2 million boxes we sold in 2021. The minute that you put water in the town, the kids that are there that have been carrying water every day from faraway sources can now go to school. Everybody's hygiene and health improves in the community. And can you imagine? I mean, we could all live without electricity for a few days, but the minute we live without water, it really changes things.
I think it's about 36 hours.
Yeah.
It's about as far as you'll make it. All right, I got to try this. Oh, wow.
That's good, huh?
That is not what I expected. Because I got to tell you, I have had alligator before. I never liked it.
Yeah, it's tender.
Yeah, that's why. And that's why. What a great process. What a great project. I'm going to shake you with my dirty hand.
Chip, my pleasure.
Thanks for
Pleasure
what
to
you're
cook for
doing.
you. Yes.
Keep bringing the good food. We'll keep looking for you on TV.
Yes,
and
sir.
Keep bringing this good message and this good work to everybody.
Yes, yep, and the works we're bringing. Water to the people in the Dominican Republic.
Thanks, Chef. Everybody at this show is giving something out, but I haven't seen anybody giving out anything like this. That doesn't seem very special, but it really is, isn't it?
It is special because this marks the food that is going to be donated at the end of the night.
So this is all these tons and tons and tons of produce that's left at this show. These growers bring it, they bring their best, and they bring it to show off. It's like winning the blue ribbon at the fair. What happens to all of this food?
So all this food, the reason we give them the stickers, the ones that want to donate, put the stickers on their food. And
So
we've got Wonderful right here.
We're at the Wonderful. So we're just going to come in here and
give them some stickers.
Like Palm Wonderful. Everything's wonderful. Wonderful citrus, wonderful pistachios, and now maybe some wonderful help for some of the people in this local community.
Absolutely. It's great to support the cause and know that our samples aren't going to waste and they're going to somebody who's going to use them.
So if there was not Society of St. Andrew coming to collect this food and distribute it to local food banks, y'all wouldn't pack it up and carry it back anywhere.
Too expensive to do that. It would all end up in the dumpster.
All right, how many of these you need?
I'm going to need about 15 of those.
Barbara, how'd I do?
You did great, and you know, this food is probably going to be on somebody's plate tomorrow.
Where does the food come from? Lane's Southern Orchards. Peaches, pecans, homemade baked goods, jams, wine, and candies, plus some of the finest Southern fare you'll find anywhere in our Peachtree Cafe, just off exit 142 on I-75 in Fort Valley, Georgia.
When you purchase Georgia-grown products, you support farmers, families, and this proud state we call home. Together, we will keep Georgia growing.
At Red Sun Farms, we understand how important it is to know where your food comes from. Our master growers select the very best non-GMO seeds to propagate and harvest in our high-tech greenhouses. Our farms are home to different varieties of tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers in both conventional and organic formats. Whether you're enjoying produce from our farms in Mexico, the USA, or Canada, your family will be enjoying the highest quality and most flavorful produce year-round. When you buy from Red Sun Farms, you will experience our seed-to-plate difference.
From North Carolina's mountains to the sea, when it comes to selecting and serving the best local foods and produce for you and your family, it's got to be NC.
Rick Estes, you're with RPE. Y'all are known for potatoes. Potatoes.
This is our new summer program. It's American Chop House and
garlic Parmesan, fresh-sized potatoes. Now, am I just throwing that right in the microwave?
Yep. Microwave 5.5 minutes.
And that's it. My potatoes are done.
1 tablespoon of butter, seasoning packet.
And they're already seasoned and they're ready to go.
They're ready to go. Convenience is a big factor, and that's why we size our potatoes in 1, 2, and 3 bites. We've got this microwavable line in about 5 different flavors. We also have this little item here that is called the nibbles. Smallest potato.
They're about the size of marbles, Rick.
Well, it's like eating popcorn, Chip.
You're also a long-time integral part of the Southeast Produce Council. I don't know if you were there at the very founding of it, but if you weren't, you were not too much longer through the door.
It's been 20-something years of a lot of fun, of seeing this organization grow, to see that first show in Lakeland develop into something like this. It's just been a great joy.
Now, you've not just been a member, you've been a part of the leadership structure.
I was on the second group of people coming in, and I had the opportunity to become chairman or president at that time.
Oh, so you were the last guy to raise his hand, so it fell to you, right?
We got almost 3,000 people at this event. You know how many people we have hired in the SEPC office?
30, 40, 50?
5.
5?
The rest is done by volunteers.
5 people.
5 people.
And everybody else is doing the heavy lifting.
At this show, we've got almost a little over 600 retailer, food service, and wholesalers. And every one of the top 50 retailers is represented here.
We got a lot of friends behind us here.
We do. We have
Y'all come on, let's go. We got work to do. Come on. So in about 3 hours, all of this food will be on its way to work here in the local community.
Absolutely.
How quickly will this be in the hands of people who are hungry?
It will all be distributed within 24 to 48 hours.
Okay, so here we are on Saturday evening.
Yep.
By Monday afternoon,
it will be on the plate of somebody hungry.
You know, farmers hate a couple of things, but the thing they hate more than anything is wasting food. I think you've gotten an idea here the last few days what kind of people these are. These are the people who feed you, who feed me, who feed America, who feed the world. They're here because they love it. There's easier ways to make a living, out here where the food comes from.
We are a member-driven nonprofit association of leaders from all facets of the produce industry.
Formed more than 20 years ago, we continue to promote the value of fresh fruits and vegetables in the Southeast through networking, innovation, community, and education.
Today, we are a thriving organization who continues to share and pursue our vision, mission, values, and goals.
We are the Southeast Produce Council.
For you, this isn't just a job, it's a way of life. At Farm Credit, your goal is our goal. We specialize in financing for land, farms, and homes for you. Committed to ag, committed to you.